Alright, so I guess time for a walk around of the Hilux. The base model is a 2015 Hilux. It's the 3 litre turbo diesel and a manual, and it's got a Ute Master service body on the back. Alright, wheels and tyres. We got the Mickey Thompson Baja MTZ mud terrains. They're a 265/75 R16 and they're on a dynamic 16-inch plus 20 offset wheel. For the suspension, we've got Old Man Emu all around. Just the nitro charger shocks. It's all worked out pretty well. The car handles a lot better than it did when it was, well, before I modified it. I was a little bit worried without a bull bar and a winch on the front that it would be a little bit too heavy, a bit light on the steering, too much weight at the back. But yeah, it's all worked out fine. I guess we made quite an effort to keep the weight, most of the weight forward of the back wheel. But yeah, it's all been fine. While we're up here, we've got the Uniden aerial. Goes to the UHF inside the cab there. On this side we've just got the Safari RMAX snorkel. We'll have a look inside the engine bay later. Up on the roof we've got the Perfect Pitch rooftop tent. This is the extended version and it is the 1.4 by 1.2. So when it folds out, the bed's 1.4 by 2.4. So it's about a queen size bed. Works out pretty well with just the 3 of us. And then we've got the annex which zips onto the bottom, adds a little bit more privacy. So we're going to have a look inside there. Yeah, so we just use this for a little bit of privacy, especially when we're in a campground situation like this. And we just chuck the toilet in there, and sometimes we'll put the shower into here as well so that we can have a shower. Alright, so yeah, this is the rooftop tent. It's yeah, pretty cozy up here. There's enough space for the 3 of us. Normally we try set it up so that Letitia and I sleep lengthways and then Riley sleeps above us across. And that gives us plenty of space, but he'll often try to snuggle down between us, which becomes a bit of a tight squeeze. But yeah, we've probably spent close to 30 nights in here now, and it's all, yeah, still mint. We haven't had any issues with it. I mean, like, there are obviously more expensive tents on the market. Maybe they're better. Are they $1,000 better? Probably not. All right, now on the canopy on the driver's side, this is where all the 12-volt system's housed. So we've got a enderdrive DC to DC charger and an enderdrive 400-watt inverter. And underneath the water tanks here is a 100 amp hour lithium battery. So we just pretty much use this to charge our phones, the camera, the drone. It can run some small appliances. We use it to run a little blender and a vacuum sealer. Also up on this cabinet we have a bunch of isolators for the solar panel and the power in from the start battery, and then all the circuit breakers here. So we got the power for the air compressor, the lights, all the accessories in the refrigerator, and under here we've got 4 USBs and a cigarette socket. All the canopies wired up with LED strip lights, and they're just on door pressure sensors, pressure switches up here, so when the canopy's closed the lights turn off, and when you open them they turn on automatically. Water storage, we keep 3 20-litre containers. We normally only have 2 of them filled up, so we just carry around 40 litres of water. We use that for the shower. And in the toolbox here we have the ARB single compressor. That works fine for us. Haven't really had the need for the twin. Okay, now the drawers. This one here, we just have our clothes in it. This drawer here is sort of my toy box. So in this one here, we keep all the camera gear. Stay there, buddy. So normally I keep 2 DSLR cameras, the video camera that we're filming on, the gimbal, tripod, laptop, tablet, and then some fishing gear. So there's another fly fishing rod in here, net, my bag and flies and stuff. Also keep a lot of the appliances, so the blender's in here and the vacuum sealer. Okay, over to the passenger side. This is sort of the fridge kitchen area. So we've got a Dometic CRX 80 fridge. Upright fridge, it's all worked out pretty good for us. We haven't had any issues with stuff falling out. Next bay over we have like a pantry. Keep a lot of our food and spices and stuff in there. This side here, which is still set up from making breakfast. Just got the drawer, keep a lot of the pots and the pans inside there. Cutting board and then some more food. And then it's got the table as well that slides out that we cook on.
Are you leaving?
Over above the fridge we just got 2 baskets that we keep the kids' snacks and some fresh fruit and stuff in, and that all just gets tied down with a bungee cord. Also in here we keep a fire extinguisher. We also keep a fire extinguisher on the other side. And then we got 2 more baskets. One is for washing up and the other is like toiletry stuff. And then up on the roof you can see we got a fishing rod holder. I keep 1 fly rod there and 1 spinning rod. Yeah, that's about it. The toolbox on this side, we just use that for storing the rubbish. As you can see on this side we've got the perfect pitched Batwing 270 awning. Wraps right around to the back of the car. It also has walls that velcro on, both internal and external walls. And yeah, they just zip on, give us heaps of privacy, heaps of protection from the rain and the sun. And yeah, it worked out really well on our trip. We used it quite a bit. I thought we'd use it more for protection from the sun, but we ended up using it to hide from the rain. Up on the roof of the canopy is a 180 watt solar panel. And then we got 4 max tracks up there as well. Alright, so underneath the hood, she's all pretty standard. We just got the diesel pre-filter water separator, the ARB diff breather kit, and then we got an isolator down here for the power going to the canopy. And other than that, she's pretty much standard. Alright, so out the back here we got the big pull-out drawer. And here we keep the cooker and a lot of the tent stuff. So here, these are the walls that zip onto the outside of the awning. And then yeah, we can keep the annex in here, and yeah, some of the cooking stuff will also go in here. Alright, and under the tray at the back here, this is where we keep the gas bottle. Just gets strapped in here to this little bracket. Then at the back here, instead of the tow hitch, we'll just replace that with a recovery bracket from, this is the cheap one from Recco. And then under the front here, we've also got the ARB recovery hitch. Just got one on this side. One of the things we need to do is replace this with a proper underbody protection. All right, so I'll give you a quick look at what it looks like when it's all packed up. On the roof, we got the perfect pitch rooftop tent. No, it's not. It's the pitched perfect. Perfect pitched? Perfect pitched.